It's funny that I now even lost the strength and the courage to just, jump off from a rooftop and get myself smashed. So it freaking sucks that I just no longer possess the passion for whatever thing I used to enjoy doing. Such as exploring the universe. Trying to figure out the underlying mechanisms of life and all those metaphysics. All those philosophical metaphysics. Yes, and to to make the matters worse, I really don't know whom I should talk to about um, life's issues. I how I can't even talk to my dad about it because um, every time I talk to him, he tends to say like, "Well, just get over it. It's no big deal. You are just lazy and you know some and he I believe you know first and foremost I believe that mm, the vast majority of parents will say something like, "It's no big deal. Just get over it. You don't you aren't really depressed. You are just lazy and unproductive and getting spoiled by all the comfort, all the convenience we have been providing you with." So that sucks, and I've um since long time ago, let's say several years ago, I I've come to realization that life for men really sucks, at least in the present days, because we men are not encouraged and often discouraged to talk about and share our feelings and stress and pain with others. Actually, yes, we are, because although churches, psychologists, psychiatrists often seem to encourage that we speak up about our distress and grievances. Um, Nevertheless, on most occasions, most usually, we we still don't know. We still don't know how to approach people, even to whom we are familiar with, to talk about our distress and grievances. It often stays there for quite some time, and then once other people begin to catch some wind or some smell of it, it often becomes too late. The degree of depression and distress have 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 turned so um so deep and so intense, so tremendous, that people just lost all hope and faith, and they just they either they include me. They either seek ways to alleviate the pain, the distress, by indulging in some 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 somewhat advanced but routine behaviors like playing video games, vaping, probably also banning with you know banning a sex doll like I do. But now since I moved to I moved to Foshan, and I couldn't carry that, I couldn't carry her with me, so I just have I I suppose I just have to buy another one here. I suppose I just have to buy another one from here, and have it shipped here. Um, but for now I'm living with my old man, so I guess as a result I will need to postpone it to my later agenda. Um, and speaking of my later agenda, I still um, do not have a fairly concrete objective for my life. Um, all things considered, I have lost so many of my my abilities. I have lost I've I've lost much grip and faith in other people. Now, not to mention finding myself a a bed buddy. I have I've even begun to lose faith and trust in pretty much all other male peers. Um, all I can see is that every, nowadays is every man for himself, every woman for herself, and in retrospect, I have I made so I made a multitude of mistakes um, during my days at uni, at college, trying to get friendly with as many people as I could. But in fact, it didn't end up so well as I used to imagine. In fact, I'd say the nicer you treat people, you know the let's say the more marginalized you tend to render yourself. Um, in fact, once you treat people so nice that they they all pretty much get what they want and need, they will stop they will stop looking after you as a friend. Since they already acquire what they need from you, or what they want from you, they will it will be futile for them to maintain that relationship. By 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 putting in a lot of hard work in the form of emotional investment, and the some and taking some time to 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 bond with you, basically. And that's and I used to have you know I can now relate to why some people, they just delete all, or pretty much all of their Facebook, WeChat contacts all of a sudden. And hell, I even try to ask, hey dude, you know why all of a sudden you unfriended me on Facebook or on WeChat. So, you know, I so once you you get yourself stranded in a certain place or a certain situation, and you you tried your utmost best to reach out to your so-called friends, and you do not get any, you know, responses or comforting, or any productive or constructive feedback from them. So long as you don't receive that feedback, you will become so disappointed with pretty much everything and everyone in your life. Um, it's just freaking shit, man. I am sitting here derping around with my laptop, and yes, I still have, I'd say, plenty of work to do, but I just I suppose I'm so married. I'm so married to my work. I that I don't even have the surplus energy to do to engage myself in any other socializing events. Though since by the day when I reach the age of 25, I began to despise all those. I began to despise all those socializing events, activities, and whatsoever, because the overall, the overall, the overall effect of socializing endlessly brings you nothing but further and further disappointment with humanity. Because no matter how many, let's say, how many girls or how many boys you try to hang up with, you will still end up like, let's assume that if you do consider yourself a bit of a, somewhat or half introvert, half extrovert, like me, I can pretty much I can pretty much anticipate what outcomes will occur to you. But regardless, it's never an easy topic and barrier to get over, to get over with. So I guess that's all I can say for today. Let's hope tomorrow can somehow get better in terms of spiritual comfort, spiritual progress, and enlightenment. That's what I desperately thirst for at the time being. So more often than not, take care of yourselves out there. Thanks again for watching and listening to my crap on YouTube. Bye bye. Cheers.